Finances touch on a lot of emotions. They touch on security, a feeling of security or anxiety. And they touch on, especially for men, aspects of pride and where we take our identity from. And so these can be very, very, very sensitive topics that it's very, very hard even for a man and a woman to understand each other. And what are the emotions behind these things? It's easy to get into a pattern of treating your partner like the enemy when it comes to finances. And we cannot do that. Because their habits might be different from us, or every time they spend $1, that means I have $1 less to go out with my friends tomorrow.
Or that means I get to spend $1 more.
But we need to remember that we are one flesh, and even if she buys that pair of shoes that I was going to use for my tuition money, we're still one flesh. Her mistakes are my mistakes. She gets a new job that pays a lot of money. That's appreciation or excitement. But that's not love. Love has something to do with when you go through struggles, when your partner fails at something, and you express respect and love unconditionally to them during that time. That has something to do with love. Love is best displayed when we're going through hardship.
I think I don't know about all women, but for me, I really value security. I really value knowing that I have money in the bank. So that when I have an emergency, when I have something I need to do, it's there. And I can see it. So I might feel like I have no money. But if I can open up my bank account and see that there's money in there, I feel secure because I can see that it's there. Now we started a business 13 years ago, and it was a really, really difficult time because all of our money is being poured into this business to make it succeed. Now, when we started the business, I wholeheartedly agreed. We started this together. And as we got into it, I had to step out of the business. It was too frustrating for me just doing business in China. And he's a visionary and I'm not, and it wasn't at the point where I could come alongside him yet, so I just stepped aside. So he's making a lot of financial decisions that I disagree with. Now, until this point in our marriage, we've done everything together. All of our decisions were together, all of our finances were 100% together. I think we were in perfect alignment with every decision. We never really disagreed, even about finances. But once this business came, life got stressful. The business was very stressful. And as Ryan said, he's trying to make decisions to protect our family in the best interest of our family. But what I'm perceiving is these decisions are foolish. Because you're not protecting our family. You're taking all of our money and putting it there. So now in the bank account, I can't see that number that I need to feel secure and safe. And so he's saying, trust me, I'm doing what's best for our family. And I'm saying, I trust you, but you're not doing what's best for our family. And then the argument started. And so it was a really, really difficult time. And not having that financial security affected our business. I give God our finances. Suddenly I could be at peace with the decisions that he was making.
And I think for me during those times when we were under the highest financial stress as a couple, for me, I think I had some misunderstandings about my wife's heart and what was important to her. When we started to have conflict about the business, I started to feel ashamed that maybe I'm not a good enough businessman. But I want to prove to my wife that I am that smart, that I am that good of a businessman, and I can treat her, I can get success for our family. And I'm going to prove that to her. And I'm going to take more of our money out of that bank, and I'm going to put more of that money into my company so that I can show her. But that's a bad pattern that a heart of a man and a heart of a woman can get into. But what I didn't understand was what was more important to her. Having stability was more important to her than these big end goals of having much, much greater wealth that I was trying to. So what I was doing to reach those goals is I was taking inappropriate risk with our family wealth. because I wanted to bless my wife. I wanted her to have a better life where she didn't have to worry about are we going to have enough money this week to buy groceries? Because we've been there at one point when we were most in debt to our company, and I didn't want that for her. I wanted a much better life, so I started taking inappropriate risks. But really, what I needed to do is I needed to back away from the risks and take less risk with our family money, so that I could give her a basic level of security. And we'll talk about risk in a bit more in a minute. So as a couple, we already said that two are better than one. Two are stronger than one. One of the ways you can be better than one is you have two brains to think about your finances with. Two of you can be better if you establish good habits about being able to talk about money.